Hello, Internet Land. We're here. We're gonna get right into what is it, fourth arc, right? This is our fourth arc.
Mhm.
We are using Monster of the Week, so make sure to check out the link that's in. It's on our Twitch, but I'll throw it in the YouTube also. That it's Monster of the Week. But check out that system. It's a really cool, very versatile. You can almost do anything with it, depending on how crazy you are, how creative you are, and knowing Michael, that's where we're at. So, without further ado, we're going to give it right over to you for Arc 4 of Golden State Monsters. All yours, dude.
All right. Thank you. And welcome to Golden State Monsters, the epic Western saga of frontier madness and mayhem in the bloody heart of the California Gold Rush. I'm Michael Panish. I'm both crazy and creative, according to Scooter there. So very, very honored for those labels. Let's go ahead and meet our players here who will be joining us as we enter our fourth arc. The arc is entitled Hard Times in Frisco Bay. And we'll get into the first episode, which is called The Barbary Coast. So go ahead, let's meet you. Remind me who you are, who you're playing, and how they're feeling as a little bit of time has passed since the chaotic and violent, but ultimately kind of triumphant ending of our time in Sacramento. Let's start with a Time Tabletop mainstay. We are so glad he is here. It is Nick.
Hello, I am Nick, and once again, I am bringing back Levi Kesberg, the monsters. And I think at the moment he's just sort of, I guess, gearing up for what's coming next. What new things are in his horizon.
All right, look to the horizon.
Yeah.
Bring me that horizon. I think that's a band. I think Scooter likes that band.
Yeah.
I'm also probably getting it wrong too. I think it's Bring Me the Horizon, not That Horizon.
Oh,
Yes.
Apologies.
it's the
Horizon,
horizon.
yeah.
The Horizon, right.
Yeah.
Well, apologies to all concerned there. All right, moving on. We are also joined by another Time Tabletop mainstay. Extremely happy, grateful to have her joining us. It is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing Madame Dimanche of the Spooky Playbook. Right now, I am feeling impatient. It is the last job that I have for these dark powers. I want to be done with it already. I'm certain they'll ask for something unreasonable and perhaps deadly, but I'm also wondering if I should bring the bear to San Francisco. I see no reason why not.
Bear in the big city.
Go for it, I say.
I mean, it wouldn't fly nowadays, but things were very different back in the 1850s, so...
Oh, 100%. As you will soon see. Kind of spoiler alert for this episode. As we'll get into it. So basically, yeah, what happened is last time you guys succeeded in defeating the Man of Sweet Speech, this sort of arch-fae who was causing mayhem in Sacramento, inspiring some riots and chaos. He was sort of one of the forces led in after the Dark Powers, thanks to Madame Dimanche, kind of put their hooks into California. They defeated him. Madame Dimanche got a very special... what's the word? Invitation, a deal from Lilith, the kind of mother of demons of folklore, to join her service to the Dark Powers. But the Dark Powers won't let her go that easily. She's got to do one thing for them, and then her term of service will be up. Kesberg, on the other hand, had a very exciting battle with his nemesis, the cannibal spirit Boone Helm, who was pretty soundly defeated. He might come back in some form far later, but he got thrashed pretty good, so he's out of the picture now. And I think Kesberg is feeling like he was kind of, his appetites are still there, but he's holding them back. He's mastering them. And now, after a lot of time has passed, where you've sort of been like, you can correct me if I'm kind of wrong here about how you're spending your time. But you've been kind of like living in like maybe the Sacramento area, sort of doing, or maybe I'll just ask you. Let's start with Kesberg there. So how has Levi kind of been spending his time sort of between assignments in California?
I mean, sort of half in the city, half somewhat playing anti-hero, I guess you could say. Saking his hunger on the not so up and up.
Absolutely.
Whenever he needs to. So.
All right, very fair. So like a cannibal Batman.
Sure.
Yeah. Love that. And there's certainly fodder for food this time and place. Mm-hmm. And what has Madame Demanche been doing?
Madame Demanche is her wont is taken up in a brothel, where she works partially as an occultist and a medium, since she can see spirits. If people come to her and they're actually spirits to be seen, she can communicate with them. If not, she lies. And then she also does the work that's more common in a brothel as well. It helps her keep her mind off things. And like I said before, she's waiting.
All right. Well, you don't receive anything from the Dark Powers, but you do get, and Levi, you receive this too, a letter from the Comte de Saint-Germain, this immortal occultist who was kind of taken up from San Francisco, who says that he needs your help. So we'll kind of start when you arrive in San Francisco. We're sort of like, a decent amount of time has passed since the gold rush, so California is sort of starting to settle down, but San Francisco is still a pretty wild place. So you guys head into what will become Union Square, where the Comte will meet you. Right now, it's just like a big expanse of like mud and tents, and all around you, you see kind of the city springing up. There's still a lot of like kind of very hastily assembled gold rush places that are like shacks, clapboard houses, places just thrown together, dirt alleys, mud, livestock just kind of wandering around. But there's also like buildings, like actual buildings going up, like a brick and stone, that seem to have like some real money behind them. There's also like, further on, you can see buildings that are made of ships, like ships from the harbor that were just like hauled in, hollowed out, turned into like hotels and stores and that kind of thing. The place is packed. There's like miners heading inward. There's people who are spending their money. There's people from all over the world who are like seeking shelter here. It looks like there's like 8 different fist fights or knife fights breaking out all around. You got people just vomiting full on into the dirt, but you have like fancy dressed people in carriages crashing their way here through too. It's like frontier boom town, but metropolis size. So it's pretty crazy. And thankfully you guys were able to find the Comte pretty quickly. This like lean, pale gentleman, fancy black suit, tie, top hat, cane, who like beckons you over to join him. I mean, I guess I should say, are you guys on foot? Have you like stashed your horses and pets in one of the many stables, or are you just like riding them straight into to the square here?
I mean, obviously we took the horses to get here from Sacramento, so depending on like, I would say like, no, yeah, I think the horse is in the stable, at least for Kesberg.
Madame Demanche arrives in a carriage with an extra wide set of doors in the back and curtains drawn. It is being pulled by a pale horse, but the carriage is jet black. And when the extra wide double doors open up, the first thing to step out is a grizzly bear, followed by Madame Demolch. The grizzly bear is on a leash.
Whoa!
And
What an image!
And the carriage is being, of course, driven by Roberto, her manservant,
Nice.
and who opens up a parasol for her and follows slightly behind her and the bear. And then there's also a cat who's currently nestled up on the back of the bear, which is Minui.
Nice. I was wondering. I was like, this is your notes for the studio audience. When Mimu is not on, am I saying it right? Mimu?
Minui, but you can call it Minui.
Minui. I don't know where Minui came from. When Minui is not on screen, the audience should be wondering, where's Minui? So we're glad to know Minui is there. So you guys ever join Saint Germain? You do see there's like a big crowd assembled to hear a public speaker, who is the Reverend Thomas Starr King, this sort of like lean, kind of Victorian looking guy with big sideburns. And he's giving a speech that's like urging California to like stay in the Union. He's saying like, there is much talk of secession across our great nation, and I urge that California stays firmly in the bosom of the United States, that we do not allow the Southern slaveocracy to reach its tentacles here and bring evil and bondage into our golden home. And there's like some cheering from the audience there as he continues. He kind of like stops and looks to the bear, but he's a good speaker. He's like, yes, you see that mighty bear, the very symbol of our state. Let us be like this bear and resist the South Ron's call to throw aside our humanity for their greed. And there's some like cheers. And he says, I warn you, Californians, times of struggle, hard times are coming, and we must be ready to meet them. So Saint Germain spots you and heads over. And he's like, Madame Demolch, Monsieur Kesberg, how do you find this fair city?
Fella there's got a silver tongue.
Yes. The Reverend King is but one side of the tension that seems to have infected California, but perhaps the whole nation, I might say. This secession crisis that many think will unfold.
It is a festering sore on this country, the slavery. At some point, it was going to either cause this place to die or have to be amputated. So, in my opinion, if there is to be a war, it would be like cutting off a gangrenous limb.
An apt metaphor, particularly because that is a violent, grisly, though necessary act. And I fear it shall be so in this country. California. Oh, go on.
For a land that so prides itself on the idea of freedom, there is very little in it for many people.
So true. And California, though it is far away from the East Coast where the majority of the violence is, it's not even close to bleeding Kansas. But yet the flames of dissension and conflict have reached even here. There are many who would support the South and who still wish for California to be a slave state. So there is conflict in this city as there is elsewhere, I suppose. But that's not exactly the conflict which I summoned you for. You see, as of late, throughout San Francisco, there have been reports of monsters, strange creatures emerging in cluttered streets, causing mayhem, running around wild. The monsters are of various descriptions, and they sometimes vanish as soon as they appear. Sometimes disappear into the wilderness, the edge of the city. People have died. People are afraid. And it seems to me that I wanted this to be a little sanctuary by the bay for myself. So I would like this strange phenomenon of these magically appearing monsters to go away. Hence my letters to you.
Fair enough.
We do tend to specialize in the elimination of monsters, so
That we do.
it's ironic in some ways, I suppose.
Again, you have way with words, Madame Demanche.
Merci.
Guess I better get started then.
Indeed.
Absolutely. You seem a fine hunter, a frontiersman, Mr. Kesberg. Am I correct in that assumption?
I am a hunter of sorts, of both men and beast.
I will say these creatures, perhaps monster is the wrong word, they do seem more beast. They are bestial. They're animals, but of a strange and fantastic appearance. They might have stepped out of mythology. So bizarre are they, and dangerous, but they don't seem, what is the word, to seek out human flesh, as certainly kind of gives you a little bit of side eye, Levi, as certain other creatures might. They are animals. I mean, they seem scared, alarmed, endangered. They defend themselves. They seek to escape. They seek to feed sometimes, but not out of malice, out of hunger. Though perhaps the same could be said for yourself, Monsieur Kesberg. I mean, no offense by that.
No, it's fine. I mean, there are days when I'm just living, and days where the feelings can overwhelm.
So, any idea what these creatures look like other than beasts? Beasts is not much to go by, I'm afraid.
Well, there is a great variety to be found in their appearances. One report down by the docks was that of a gigantic camel, which galloped about and caused no amounts of consternation before it dropped into the water and swam its way into the wilderness and vanished amongst the trees. There are reports a little further off in Marin of wolves of a tremendous size and strength and ferocity. A pack of them with pelts of strange colors that are unlike those of other wolves that have long lived in the state. One of the most intriguing ones, the most recent, was that of a great bear, bigger even than your pet, Madame Demanche. That one appeared in the Barbary Coast. I'm not sure what became of it, but perhaps that's a good place to start looking.
Perhaps.
Alrighty. Guess that's as good a place to start as any.
Michael froze.
Ah.
He's frozen. You were frozen, Michael.
All right, I unfroze. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's the internet is the internet's betraying me tonight, so hopefully it'll be better. But yeah, you have a lead, so you know there's a number of these strange creatures of like these animals that seem kind of like fantastic and weird, that have appeared like in different spots around the city. And you know one of the more recent ones was this giant bear in the Barbary Coast, which you might have spent time in, you might know about. But yeah, do you guys want to head to the Barbary Coast to start looking for it? Or like track down other reports? What's kind of your angle of investigation here?
I suppose.
Yeah. Check out the coast. Yeah.
When she gets to someplace a little bit more private, she's going to try to tune in on this giant bear.
Nice. Do you want to do
doesn't
that
wanna-
now?
Yeah, she doesn't want to do it right out in the middle of a public square, so she'll move into an alley with the bear to protect her. The big reason for the bear is protection, you know? Nobody's going to really mess with her with a giant bear.
Yeah. Hey, people, take note. Nobody. If you bring a giant bear with you, nobody's going to mess with you. Bring one with you everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the right to
Big.
bear arms.
I guess it's a
sorry.
relatively normal sized grizzly, but you know, it's not.
Yeah.
But still, it's a grizzly. They're big. All right, so she's going to attempt to tune in. So this is a plus weird roll.
Okay.
All right, I've got 2 4s on the dice for 8, and then I get to add 3 for 11, which means I get to hold 3 on these questions.
Nice.
So, presuming it's going to be the Barbary Coast, but where is this creature right now? Like,
Ooh,
if
okay.
I'm sensing through its senses, what am I seeing?
Right. So you see that like there is like a cage. This giant beast, like you're looking through the bear's eyes. You see like it's kind of like a square, you know, old-fashioned, inhumane like animal cage kind of thing. It looks to be backstage. Like it's like sawdust on the floor. You see curtains up ahead. You get like the good like senses of smell from the bear, and there's like a lot of like, you know, beer, peanuts, pickled eggs, pickles, lots of things that are pickled. I assume what audiences would be snacking on during a show. And you hear some like, you know, raucous speaking, some like applause. So it sounds like it's like kind of be backstage at a show of some kind.
Okay. So, what is it planning to do, as it is apparently an attraction?
Yeah. You don't get like human senses or desires in this thing. It is an animal. So like, you know, it just wants to like eat, sleep, you know, things that bears want to do. Right now it feels pretty agitated. Like it doesn't like being in this cage. So it wants to be free is kind of the big thing.
Right. So, what does it regard as its biggest threat?
Ooh, it's definitely the cage around it and like the audience.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the cage.
This animal, when she comes back to herself, is on display somewhere. An audience waits to see it.
Maybe a place of curios or oddities being on display.
I smelled many pickled things there. Many pickled things indeed.
Well,
So, some place where they serve what passes for food.
right then. Maybe there's a circus in town.
Perhaps. I guess that gives us a place to look when we get there.
All right. So you guys heading over to the Barbary Coast? You're doing any more, I guess, any more field work before popping over there?
Can't think of anything. No.
Okay. All right. Oh, and is everybody like riding in the whole carriage, and is like the bear coming along?
I plan on it. If worse comes to worse, the bear can stay in the carriage. So just relax in the carriage, will you, Lorna?
Lorna gives like, you know, shaggy bear nod.
Lorna likes to stay in character, Monsieur Kasperg. This is why she does not talk when she is a bear, even though she could.
Lorna's like,
best.
Lorna's like, when I was a horse, I would occasionally talk. It never, like, people would always stare at me. So I'm trying to keep a low profile. All right, I'll be quiet now.
This is fine.
Yeah. Bear in the middle of
So-
town is its own oddity. Don't want to make it even weirder.
Makes it
It's
weird.
true.
I
To
don't
some.
necessarily know the rules of this frontier state. Everybody talks about being a rugged individual. I think more people would have bears on leashes.
That's most bears are hard to tame.
Have they tried to praise? Lorna, you're very good.
Lauren does a little like so yeah, you guys taking the carriage, you head over to the Barbary Coast. This place is like even crazier than the rest of San Francisco. It's like a kind of a sort of endless like dockside section of like bars, gambling houses, brothels, just as far as the eye can see. The whole place like stinks of alcohol and vomit like the rest of the city, but like to the nth degree. It's like there's like vomit is like, I imagine, paving the streets. Like it's crazy. You see there's like pickpockets running around, there's like fist fights, knife fights going on like every other block. Lots of just drunken sailors reeling from bar to bar, getting completely robbed as they get shit faced, and then shanghaied and sent away on other ships just as soon as they come in. It's the circle of life here in the Barbary Coast. And in this like crazy ramshackle world of bars and saloons and so on, you guys pop out and you do notice a very unique individual. This kind of like weird looking dude, and
Hope he froze up again.
Yep. Mid sentence too.
Mid sentence at that. Let's talk about Hero Forge. Hero Forge is a company that makes minis.
Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by it.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh.
You're muted. You're muted, Michael.
oh my god, the worst time for it to crap out. When I'm introducing the standout character.
You had just started when it froze, so.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay. So I described the sign he's saying that's like $1. Pay me $1, punch me in the face. Pay me $3, hit me with the bat.
No,
I think
you
that
did not.
was that
We did not hear that, but
did not get to that point.
All right. So there's this weird gangly guy with like a bowler hat and a big sign around his neck, walking around. The sign says, "Pay me $1, punch me in the face. Pay me $3, hit me with a bat." And he's like, kind of trying to drum up business, being like, $1 you get to punch old Oofty Goofty in the face. For just $3 you can smack Oofty Goofty with a bat. For $1.50 you can punch him, you can kick me right in the kisser. I'll accept punches or kicks on the behind, flicks to the ear. You can tweak my nose for 50 cents. He heads right over to you guys and he's like, "How about you fine folks? Pay a few dollars and you get to beat up old Oofty Goofty." That's me, by the way. Oofty Goofty.
wonderful. How much to kick you in the balls?
Ooh, that's a pricey one, but I'm up for it. Let's see. To kick me in one of my tender places, you have to fork over a good $5 because I bet I'll feel that in the morning.
Likely. How much just for information?
For information, intriguing. Usually people don't come to Oofty Goofty for information, but they should. I've been here in the Barbary Coast doing different acts for a long time. I was the wild man of Borneo. They would cover me in tar and hair and they'd throw me raw steak and I eat it up. It was real good. It would scare the women and children though. So I know all sorts of things around here. I'll tell you what, give me like a quarter or so and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Okay. She'll give him a quarter.
Ooh, hot dog. Some more money for Oofty Goofty. Put that in the Oofty fund. He puts it in his light pocket there.
Okay, Oofty Goofty. There's a show near here displaying an animal. I want to know where this place is that is showing such a thing.
He's like, oh, well, there's a number of shows, number of places showing animals. There are some specific ones. Any animal in particular?
a quite large and unusual bear.
He thinks about it for a little bit. He's like, well, if it's bears, and actually there has been reports of an unusual one joining the show, you should check out Grizzly Adams' Frontier Menagerie.
Okay.
That Grizzly Adams, he's got himself a whole menagerie of strange frontier creatures. And he's got a few bears that come out and will do tricks and stuff with them. It's quite a sight to see.
Oh, see, so as good a lead as any, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, Oofty Goofty, thanks you for your business. He turns over to you, Kesper. So, would you like to punch me in the face or hit me with the bat? You can do it for just a few dollars.
I feel like if I did that, you'd be out for more than a few minutes.
He's like, well, it won't be the first time that happened, but I guess you're not in the mood then.
I'd hate to damage you and lose you and have you lose out in more profits.
Do you have this bat on you?
Yeah, he's like kind of dragging it behind him.
She hands him $3. Roberto, hit him with a bat.
Ooh, looks another great business deal from Oofty Goofty. Roberto just like grabs the bat and like slams him right in the gut. He like falls over, collapses into the gutter, and he's like, "Nope, it's okay. I can barely feel pain. I'm trying to make that work for me. Oh, it's okay. I'm okay. Oh, my ribs."
I do very much fancy myself a patron of the arts, so... Anyway...
Yeah, as you walk away, you see like 8 pickpockets just descend on him, steal all the money that you guys gave him and all the rest of the money he has, and his hat.
Lorna, stay here with the wagon. I think that it'll be necessary.
Yeah, you already see like a dozen thieves like kind of peering around looking at the wagon. So Lorna like growls at them and kind of holds them at bay. All right, so a little bit further down the street, you see Grizzly Adams Frontier Menagerie. There's like a big, it's a big like theater type building. There's like, there's like all these carved wooden frontier animals, grizzly bears, mountain lions, coyotes, wolves, statues of them, and some like there are statues in the roof. As you went to the lobby area, there's a bunch of like taxidermied ones kind of lurking around. And you do see that like one of the shows is about to start.
How much for a ticket?
It's like, like a nickel.
Okay, she'll pay a nickel.
All right, it's a sizable sum in those days, but so you guys pay the fee. You head inside the audience. It's got a decently packed crowd of like people who want to see some frontier animals. Good variety of like, just sailors who are in from all over the world who want to see some of the creatures of California, some like locals of different, social classes, all kind of packed together. People are munching salted peanuts, popcorn, pickled eggs, pickled radishes, pickled onions, pickles. So lots of pickled food all over the place, and the scent does match what you saw in your vision, Madame Dimanche. So up ahead, there's like a big stage, these shimmering golden curtains pulled back, and you see Grizzly Adams himself walk out. He's this kind of big guy, big like graying beard, long hair, and he's dressed as a mountain man, but like, Levi especially. Though actually, I think Madame Dimanche, you've seen them too. You guys met, actual mountain men before. Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. You guys met like, Pomp Charbonneau. Yeah, so like mountain men. You can tell this guy's like, maybe he's done it at some point in his life, but like it's it's a costume. It's like what people expect a mountain man to look like, with like the big Davy Crockett coonskin cap and like big fur jacket kind of thing. and he swaggers down. He's like, "Ladies and gents, I, Grizzly Adams, trailblazer, pioneer, and friend to the animals, have a sight for you which shall thrill the senses and delight the heart. A bear of such prodigious size that it puts even the grizzly, the greatest ursine champion of its species, to shame. I have given him a name that I think is good. I give you the most fantastic bear of all, Funny Joe." And a bunch of his like kind of underlings push in this humongous cage, and inside is the bear. It is like a humongous bear. Like it is bigger than Lorna, or like even a bigger grizzly bear. It has kind of like a little bit of a shorter nose, and it's got sort of like a grayish, like darkish pelt. It looks, I don't know. Is Kesberg and Madame Demont kind of familiar with like animals of like South America?
I wouldn't say she necessarily is.
Oh, okay. So you probably wouldn't recognize that. Seems a little bit like a spectacle bear. Like it has sort of like kind of golden highlights around its eyes, kind of like a mask of dark fur with these like with gold around its eyes. Fur, I mean, not literal gold.
Right.
But yeah, it looks definitely like a different, it's a different species of bear than anything you've ever seen before. And like it goes so like he Grizzly Adams like pulls back the cage, he opens the cage door and he's like, "Come on, Funny Joe, come on out and greet these fine people." Kesberg, as he's doing this, you notice somebody in the audience. You see the Hound, the representative of the Arcadian Club, that group of like sort of amateur occultists that include a lot of powerful California men, including Sam Brannon, your nemesis who you did end up saving during our last arc. But the Hound, who's like wearing an old, kind of very old at this point, Mexican American war uniform of like, navy blue, so it's an outdated military uniform, and like under a coat. Is kind of like standing off to the side and like watching things. Doesn't look like he noticed you so far. Okay. But then pretty soon things start getting kind of bad with this bear. Like Grizzly Adams is like, "Come on, Funny Joe, do a little dance for the nice fellas, for the nice ladies and gents there." And Funny Joe just like roars, like swings back a paw, sends Grizzly Adams flying, and then starts like charging for the audience. And Grizzly Adams is like, "Oh God, ladies and gentlemen, you should run. This is not part of the show. Oh dear Lord." So, Madame Demont, this bear is about to crash into the audience. What do you do?
All right. Madame Demont removes some powder from her bag and puts it in her hand and blows. And it sort of, it billows out much more so than like some chalk really should, as it surrounds the bear and begins forming arcane symbols. And I am trying to trap a specific person, minion, or monster using
nice.
magic. Okay. So I'm going to use magic. Rolling plus weird. All right, I got 2 5s on the dice. So that is 10 plus the additional 3 is 13, which means because I have advanced used magic, you get to offer me an added benefit besides just that I've trapped it.
Very cool. Why am I looking for the Spookies page when I know it's just use magic over here? I just have to basically
you just have to look at use magic.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I see it here. All right. So an added benefits. Let's see. As much as I want to like make this bear join your party, that might be a bit much because then you have like 2 humongous bears.
Well, if I can suggest one, we could add the effect that you can communicate with it.
I think that's very good. Yeah, you can now like speak to this. So this creature is like trapped, and yeah, you can like communicate with it.
I've momentarily taken away your ability to move because you are scaring people. My name is Madame de Manche. I'm your friend.
The bear, and you do realize that Funny Joe is a she bear. She's like, people? What are those? What is this place? Who are you?
I am Madame de Manche, a medium of some ability. I am not really a human, but the other people running around and screaming are.
This bear is like, they're like deer, but they're going around they have 2 legs. So they're like birds. They have no feathers, they have no fur.
No.
I'm so confused. Okay. Who are you again?
Certainly. I am a friend.
Okay, a friend.
You said that you are not from here. Where are you from originally? Not the nearby woods.
The bear is like, I would live in woods sometimes. I think woods that were here, but also grass. I would live there. I'd like to go in a cave. Caves are pretty good.
Caves are good.
I like to go bushes. Enjoy those. Good berries. Eat a lot of those.
Yeah.
I would find lots of dead animals to eat. Those are good.
Those are good.
Yeah. But I have never been in this place before.
No. And you don't know how you ended up in this place either.
Funny Joe considers it, and it's like, I was traveling as I normally do, looking for maybe a big corpse of and you get like an image of like a really big dead animal, like a humongous elephantine animal. I usually like to look for those. Lots of good meat on those if I can find a dead one. Sometimes I'll eat the younger ones, or if there's a wounded one or a sick one or a baby, I'll take that. Don't mess with the adults though. Those things dangerous. Word of advice, you get too close to the tusks, instant death, very bad. Anyway, I was looking around. Suddenly there was this weird smell, like something was burning, like a forest fire. Then I was stuck in the alley. No alley. I was stuck in a cave, but there was no roof to the cave. The walls of the cave were straight. It smelled really bad. I found these getting into the bear's mindset is hard. I found these big round trees that had good smelling stuff in them. I ate them. Bunch of these weird hairless deer types came, yelled at me, threw a net at me, trapped me, shoved me in this cage. And here I am.
And here you are. She's going to say to Levi, I don't think this bear is from this time. I think they're from an earlier time. The things that they're describing to me don't exist any longer. I think that that's safe to say, Michael.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How they got here, I do not know. But I'd imagine this is their home. It's just not their time.
Interesting.
So I think as you're kind of sharing this, most of the audience is emptied out. Grizzly Adams picks himself up. Kesper, you see the Hound is kind of he definitely notices you guys now. He takes kind of a long look at you, and then he starts slowly heading out as well. So Grizzly Adams picks himself up and hurries over to join you. And he's like, oh, you have my thanks for stopping Funny Joe from getting a little too funny with the audience. Believe me, if I've had audience members be, let's say, negatively affected by some of the stars of my performances in the past, it's always a headache. So there's any way I can assist you, I am in your debt.
Well, I'm just trying to keep Josephine here calm.
Oh, wait, is not Funny Joe?
Well, I figured Joe was short for Josephine, as this is a female bear.
Oh, of course. Yes, I'm bear expert that I am. I'm well aware of that. Grizzly, you know, my first name is Grizzly. Grizzly Adams. That's my full name.
Right. This bear needs to be comforted and taken care of. This is an unfamiliar place to them. They were scared. And more powerful than your... Well, they're not going to dance for your amusement. They just need to be fed and kept calm.
Oh, fair enough. She thinks about it a while. There are some redwoods, kind of at the edge of town. Sometimes people venture into them, but we can let it be known that there's a bear in the area and ask them to steer it clear.
I think this would be a happier place for her to be. I'm sorry you're losing your new attraction, but you can see that she's a bit too dangerous to be in this situation.
Ooh, okay. He's interested, but I think it will take a roll to persuade him because, like,
Sure. I'm ready to
it's going to take a manipulate someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a 6 and a 1 on the dice, and I get to add 2. So that brings me to 9.
Ooh, okay.
So with a 9, they'll do it, but only if I do something for them right now to show I mean it. If I've asked too much, they'll tell me what, if anything, it would take for them to do it.
Okay. He considers it and says, I suppose you're right. Old Funny Josephine here might be more trouble than she's worth. But I would hate to lose a star attraction. I noticed when I was overlooking the audience that you do have a bear of your own guarding that stage, guarding that coach of yours. Could I have her do a few shows for me? Or him?
Her?
Her.
I'll see if that's amenable to her. She does like entertaining. Unfortunately, that leaves nobody to really guard my cart, to guard my wagon, you know?
Oh, yes. Dangerous place, the Barbary Coast.
But it is probably large enough to carry this bear, so an exchange of bears, as it were.
That is what I was thinking.
All right. I will go speak to her.
All right. So as you head out, Kesberg, you got kind of a choice here. You know that, like, Grizzly Adams might know more than he's telling you, because, like, he's had this bear for a while. He was kind of instrumental in catching it. So he might know more. And there's also the Hound, who is gone outside somewhere.
I'll first ask him, I'll first ask about the bear. Just saying, whereabouts did you find her?
He's like, oh, an intriguing question. Okay, so he says, it's the strangest thing. This bear, I mean, I was not on the scene when it happened. I just heard reports of it and then came to capture it because I thought it would be a good addition to my menagerie. But this bear disappeared in an alley outside an old restaurant. It was going through the garbage, feasting. Then we came upon it, captured it, and brought it here. But it seemingly just appeared out of nowhere.
I don't know.
A previously unknown species. Truly bizarre.
Yeah, some might say that. On a similar note, there was a gentleman in sort of the outskirts of the of the audience. I believe he was the last to leave. Have you met that gentleman?
He thinks about it. He's like, I know the one you're talking about. He has a certain bestial aspect about him himself, I would say. Yes,
He
has seen the last 5 shows with Funny Joe. He's witnessed them all. He hasn't missed one. It's him, and he thinks about it for a little while. There's another group as well. I'm not sure who they are, but there were a group of gentlemen.
Oh, he froze again.
Froze again, yep.
Let's talk about today's sponsor. Nobody.
Nobody.
We're just doing this. Hey,
Ourselves.
it's a good time. I'm just trying to vamp so there's not dead air. Oh, there he is.
Oh my God, thank you. It froze up again. Oh, unbelievable. All right, what was the last thing you heard?
Group of gentlemen.
Okay, good. Yes, there were a group of gentlemen who've seen every performance. They were here as well just now. They departed when the audience ran away in terror, but they had noticeable Southern accents.
Southern, you say?
They appear to be from the southern states, and they were keen to take in every performance of Funny Josephine.
Taking a great interest in her, it seems. Perhaps for not just entertaining. Well, could you, just out of curiosity, could you point out the alley where you found Josephine?
He can't right now for he's frozen.
Oh. So he is.
Good internet.
Gotta love it.
Oh,
Completely lost him. Oh.
there you are.
Oh my God, what a nightmare! All right, we got to persevere. Well,
Yeah.
making progress in the game at least. So he says, gentlemen with southern accents, who took in every show of Funny Josephine.
Oh, all right.
Well dressed too, like men of money, and I mean everybody's armed here, so that's not noteworthy, but they were armed.
Of course, yes. All right. Maybe something to look into. Out of curiosity, could you point out the alley where you found Josephine?
Certainly. He gives you some directions.
Much obliged. You've been quite helpful. Perhaps we'll see if I can find these gentlemen who seem so keen on strange creatures.
Well, you saved my audience, stopped me from a number of very annoying lawsuits, and you've given me a new bear. So fine, I'm happy to help. I think, Madame Demonge, at this point, you come back with Lorna.
Well, how did Lorna feel about the idea of being a stage performer for a little while?
Lorna's like, I don't know, I get a little bit of stage fright, but I think I'm ready for it. I think I'm ready for the stage.
I mean, you will probably be the most talented bear that anybody has ever seen. Most other bears are not of human intelligence. And she's just talking to her out on the street, by the way.
Yeah, some folks kind of walk by and are like, but it's not too weird. There's so many weirdos
Yeah.
in the Barbary Coast, so you fit right in. Like right down the street, there's a guy just talking to like a sea lion,
Yeah.
being like, "You're my friend. You're the only one who understands me. All the world has abandoned me except for you." And the sea lion goes like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
There you go. It should only be for a short period of time. If he plans to steal
Lorna's
you
like-
from me, well, you just abandon the bear. Then he'll just have a zombie bear on his hands.
Lorna's like, Ooh, I will keep that in mind. And gives you like a very big bear-like smile. And yeah, she paws right in. Grizzly Adams, like, gives her like the look over and be like, yes, I can work with this. All right, I'll have my men, my stage hands drop off Funny Josephine over in the Redwoods, and I'll leave you to it.
And my bear Lorna here, she knows quite a lot of Anglais and a certain amount of French as well. I'm certain that you could give her whatever instruction you want, and she'll probably be able to follow it.
Whoa. He's like, all right, I will. That's very promising. And you can see he's having like Lorna doing like dance moves. Lorna is like starting to recite, Shakespeare, but in like bear growls and and they both seem pretty happy with this arrangement. I think Lorna was made for the stage. She was just waiting. Yeah. She's nervous about it, but she's excited too. She's ready for this opportunity.
Now the wagon is designed to be able. Well, it's a carriage, but still, I keep calling it a wagon, but it's more of a carriage. She's a fancy lady. It's designed for like having a grizzly in it, but this bear is significantly bigger than that. Correct?
Yeah. Well, you could have Grizzly Adams stagehands do have like, some big cages they can use to transport her.
Okay.
So you could escort them to the Redwoods if you want, but you think they probably have it well in hand. I mean, they might like lose a limb or two as they're moving her along, but like, that's par for the course. And Levi was able to get some leads. You could go check out the alley where this happened. You could also try and find these mysterious people with Southern accents, these Southerners, or you could try and follow the hound.
Oh, there's quite a few things to do. I don't know, madam.
Yeah, so these mysterious Southern gentlemen might have a certain number of keys to our particular lock.
Potentially, yeah. It seems mysterious appearing creatures from potentially the past. So maybe they have some sort of way of opening these things.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, I'm not quite certain how to track them at the moment. I could see through one of their eyes, maybe.
Maybe. Or
get an idea of where they are.
The other option is to see if we can find the hound. But he's not too keen on me.
No, he's not.
Might be able to find some clues at the alleyway.
True. Well, let us go to the alleyway, look around.
Sure. Yeah.
And then perhaps I try to look through these Southern gentlemen's eyes.
Sounds good. So I guess we'll start at the alley. See what we can find there. Oh, didn't.
He's not frozen.
Okay. Cool.
I'm here. Just look at some notes of mine there in case I need some names here. Here we go. Okay. So you head over to the alley.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this back alley. It's like a restaurant. Couple overflowing garbage cans. A lot of rats. Having a real good time. This is pre-Rice-A-Roni, pre-Ghirardelli, but there's all kinds of other good San Francisco treats that are being served up by this restaurant. Probably pretty unhealthy and not sanitary, but it looks like an ordinary back alley.
Sure.
You do see some bear prints just sort of appearing, very large ones, of course.
I would like to try and investigate a mystery.
All right, go for it.
Nope, snake eyes.
Oh, man, brutal.
May I also attempt to investigate a mystery, but she's going to do it
All
in
right,
her
I do want to do,
particular way.
first of all, Levi,
go
please mark potential. Mark experience. And I'll take a hard move on you in a second.
Okay.
All right, Madame Demange, go for it.
Because there are always spirits everywhere, she's going to be trying to communicate to the spirits that might be lingering around this alleyway about what happened when the bear arrived. If
Ooh,
there
all
happen to
right.
be any spirits about. This is using the sight.
okay.
You can see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences. Oh, I can also see magical influences. So if there's a magical influence in this alley, she might be able to see the residual traces of it. That's probably better than speaking to spirits. She's got detect magic, everybody. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and try to do the sight, which is still an investigative mystery. So it doesn't reveal anything that investigative mystery normally wouldn't, other than magic / spirits is also on the table. I've got double sixes.
Wow, the opposite. we have the two types, two kinds of dice rolls, 2 1s,
Yep.
2 6s.
Yeah.
Nothing in between.
Now
Nothing in between. I love it.
it's either mega success
right.
or total failure.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So let's say this. Let's do this. Now, Demange, while you are like kind of communing with the spirits. Oh no.
What?
Nope.
Oh, he's saying oh no because he knew he was about to freeze up.
Yep.
Doing a dance. I'm a bear. Yeah. It's not a great dance, but it's the one I got right now.
No worries. Yeah. I had a feeling my dice were not going to be too well. I did some pre-rolling and they did not go well.
No. But hey, you level up more often than I do. That's important, right?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Okay, jeez.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I'm trying to start up my Twitch channel again. Gonna be maybe broadcasting some video games, we'll see.
Ooh, fun times.
Yeah, watch watch an old lady fail miserably at video games, you know.
I mean, it could be worse. I'm sure it's either watch you or watch someone else fail at video games.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's many Twitch people out there who Or them.
People want to watch me get beat up by monsters, fall off a cliff. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, if it goes. I don't know if Michael's coming back.
sent a message.
Oh.
Oh, I guess it completely died.
Oh. So Michael's internet is dead, everybody. So that's not great.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
So, Monsieur Kasperg, what have you been up to as of late, huh? Anything interessant?
No, just mostly taking out the rebel, as it were.
That makes sense. I've been taking in the rebel. Well, and also the
there's-
desperate.
Well, there's the desperate, and then there's the violent rebel. That's more of the ones that I'm referring to.
Oh, no. I meet them when they are ready to blow off some steam. If you know what I mean.
Sure.
It earns one a lot of money.
It is.
It's the oldest profession, you know?
Oh, all right. Big thanks to Scooter saving the day there. That was like hopefully the worst internet. This is a. I will be resetting my router after this. I think it's a bad internet kind of game. We're striving though. We're trying.
Yeah.
Okay, so Madame Demanche successfully contacted the spirits. Kesberg rolled a big snake eyes, so I got to do a hard move on.
Yep.
Okay, Kesberg, here's what I think happens.
Sure.
You are so intent on like trying to sniff out what's going on, and it's confusing to you because it looks like, you know, the bears, this giant bear smell just appears out of nowhere. So it's confusing to you, and as you're trying to figure it out, you're kind of like occupied, and a lasso sails out of like the mouth of this alley. It's getting pretty dark, and also like it's very foggy. In San Francisco, this is a cool realization that I've just made. No, it's famously foggy in San Francisco, so you didn't really, you know, you were so intent on the search, you wouldn't realize that you were being followed. So this lasso swoops out, ties around like your arms, and ties them to your body, and like pulls you out of the alley and like into this kind of like shadowy side street.
Okay.
Madame Demanche, you successfully contact the spirits. You can ask them these questions, then we'll check back on Kesberg.
So, what happened here? There was
All
some
right.
sort of bear that just appeared out of nowhere?
Yeah. So let's say also like the ghost you contact is like, you know, going a little bit further back into San Francisco history. You see the ghost of like one of these like Spanish, friars who was like running one of the missions around here.
Okay, she switches to Spanish.
Yeah. He is like, I was simply sitting here wondering why I did not go to heaven, as I do most days and times, when suddenly the strangest thing happened. There was a crackling portal, glowing energy in a strange circle. And through this portal, this humongous bear appeared, looked entirely confused.
Was there anything else you noticed besides the portal? Perhaps any gentlemen about? Any other people? Anything else that's strange? Which is me asking what's being concealed here. Investigative mystery doesn't 100% line up with what we're doing, you know?
Yeah, that is okay.
But it's
He
the
thinks about it
second hold, so.
Yeah. He says, I can see traces of the energy, but they did not appear to be divine or infernal in nature, even ghostly. It seems that this was some strange alchemy of some kind. The lines of this power led further into the city, but I'm not sure where entirely they ended up. But I think there is some bizarre device that is creating these portals.
This doesn't make sense. I need to find this device. Thank you for your time, and hopefully your meditations will eventually pay off and you will get to heaven.
I hope so.
I unfortunately am also rather stuck. Where's Mr. Kesberg?
Meanwhile,
So Kesberg is dragged back into this like side alley. You see about 3 gentlemen in kind of like gray top coats, ties, top hats. But they carry themselves like soldiers. They have like under their suits they got like bandoliers. Some have like, rifles with bayonets or like shotguns, revolvers. One of their leaders, like he is a full-on sword, like a big, like fancy cavalry saber, which he holds out and like so that it aims at your face, and he is like, "You, sir, are causing no end of trouble. Tell me, what are you doing snooping around here?
Oh. Well, I'm just doing my job, let's say.
What? A what?
I'm doing my job. I was hired to investigate some oddities that are happening in this city. And it seems I found the culprits. And I would like to grab the rope and sort of, I'm guessing it's still being held by someone.
Oh yeah, you got one of their guys who was like kind of pulling it taut.
Okay. I would like to grab it and sort of yank in and sort of try, in the process, sort of knock him over and as many of them as I can. And so I think
Okay.
this one might count as one of the, let's say like a no limits role. One of the newer roles that we're
Yeah, I like that. Going with I should say
pushing my
we're
physical
kind of
body
this time,
past limits. Yeah.
yeah, I'm bringing in some of the alternate weird basic moves that I mean they've been around for a little while, but that Monster of the Week released I believe is like their second expansion. So very cool to see those in play for this game, which is a more phenomenon instead of a monster based game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and roll no limits.
Let's see if we can do better. Okay. I think I just barely got it. It's 6 on the die plus my weird, which is +3. So yeah, 9. So
Ooh, okay.
so I do it, but I choose one consequence. So I can either suffer 1 harm or take -1 forward. Wait, suffer 1? Oh, I choose, or I need to rest right now. I'll suffer 1 harm, and I'm gonna say I kind of like the idea of, like, since the guy with the saber had it sort of pointing towards me, as he sort of gets knocked forward, it ends up hitting me in the process.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, you get this sword like jabbed into you, but you are able to like pull the rest of these guys towards you and they drop the rope. I think your arms are still stuck to your sides.
Okay.
But like 2 of these guys are now on the ground. Saber guy was able to stab you.
Yeah.
He pulls back, grabs his sword and does a kind of like, he like moves his hand along it, and you see the sword like gleam with some kind of like shimmering sort of electrical energy. So it looks like he's got some kind of weird technology that is sort of back in his play here. And he's going to take a swing at you. I think Madame Demontis is just when you realize Kesberg has been kidnapped and you start coming out of the alley. So what do you do?
Well, I mean, she's trying to find him, first of all. I mean, or is the sound of the altercation very obvious?
I mean, I would say like you have men shouting after they get pulled over by the rope. You have things clattering down. So even in the fog, you can find stuff.
Okay. She's going to try to head towards that particular conflict that's happening. I don't know if she can get there this turn or if it has to be the next turn. She doesn't run to get there. She's pretty confident in Monsieur Kesberg's abilities, but so her heels are just clicky clacking across the ground at the moment.
All right, so she dashes over. Yeah, you come around and you see this scene of battle in the fog going on, with this glowing sword about to be sliced at Levi Kesberg.
Alrighty. Let's see what I can do. I should have thought about something beforehand. I'd like
It's
to do
okay. It's the fun of this game. You gotta think on your feet.
I want to do a variation of summon a monster into this world, which is I want to make terrifying faces appear in the fog to see if I can like scare these guys a bit so that maybe at least one of them will bash. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So the fog can't actually hurt them, but it's just like these skeletal, horrible faces that are emerging from it. You know, sort of like that last scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, not the very last scene, 'cause that's the box, but you know, like when all the Nazis melt.
Oh, how could I forget?
Yeah. So something like that emerging from the fog, you know.
Ooh, all right, awesome.
Oof. Okay, not a great roll. I've got 5 on the dice. I get to add 3 to that, so it's still an 8. But you know, an 8 is bad for me on use magic. So it works imperfectly. There's the effect, which is scary, scary fog monsters. But there's also a glitch, and you get to pick the glitch.
Ooh, the glitch. Okay. I will say that, like, you make these scary faces. A good glitch here. But I think the glitch is that you kind of give up your own position. Like, some of them you do, like, you scare like one of them. I think there were like 3 guys. So the dude holding the rope sees these spirits, and he's like, "Dear Lord, the ghosts from beyond have come for me," and he just like dashes off and runs down the street. But it does sort of like the other 2 realize what's going on, and are able to like see you. So one of these guys like spots you through the mist, and he's like, "You fool! It is not but smoke and mirrors." And he like levels his shotgun, which is also glowing with some kind of weird energy, and like fires at you.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens with that. Let's check back with Kesper real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're about to be hit with this sword.
Yeah.
Here.
I think at this point, I would like to sort of like yeah. You know what? Yeah. My my arms aren't my only weapon, so I think I just sort of lunge at the guy, teeth to bare.
Oh man! All right,
And
it is time for tooth versus sword.
Yeah, so I would like to kick some ass.
Let's do it.
And that's a little bit better. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, not quite a 12. 11.
11. That's still very good.
Yeah.
All right, you pick 1 extra effect.
Yes.
He is going to do 3 harm to you with the sword. It's a pretty nasty weapon.
Okay. So 1 of that gets sort of taken away, so I take 2. And my extra effect is I would like to force him where I wanted them. Where I want him, in that I want him to sort of force him in front of the shotgun.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, I mean you rolled high enough for that one. Yeah, you like are able to, as he like slices his sword against you and like hacks into your shoulder, it cuts deep. You feel this electricity shocking your body and like frying your blood. Mm-hmm. You grab him and like shove him to the side just as this shotgun goes off. This like glowing energy bursts out of the shotgun. It doesn't quite hurt him though. It like hits his sword, and like knocks it down. The sword like falls from his hands.
Okay. Yeah.
I think at
And-
this point, like, he looks over at his friend. They seem to see the momentum has left them. Like, one of their guys run away, shotgun knocked away the sword. So he just shout outs like, he's like, go, retreat. Discretion is the better part of valor. We'll meet at the boat. And they like just start dashing off into the mist. But Madame Demanche, you can still do something as they're trying to run away.
Okay. She is going to attempt to trap one of them before they can run. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
And she draws a chalk line onto the ground, which extends out into a tendril to wrap around one of their legs.
Oh, that's cool. I love the chalk coming alive and like wrapping around him. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is some more use magic.
This is some more use magic. She's a one-trick pony, but the trick's pretty good. 7 on the dice, and I get to add 3, so that is a 10.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Just solidly works.
Just solidly works. I'm doing trap a specific person, minion, or monster a lot today, but it's one of the moves. I'm going to use
It's a
it.
good one. Yeah. So I would say Sword Guy gets away. He seemed to be the leader of this crew, but Shotgun Boy is trapped.
Yeah. I mean, he
You
tanked 5 damage from my teeth, so
Oh man, yeah. Sword Guy's tough. You get the idea. Sword Guy is the boss. Shotgun Guy, however, is trapped, and you like it wraps around his leg, his like boot. He like falls down, face plants in these like soggy cobblestones, and the others run off into the fog. All right, what do you do?
She walks over, kneels down, takes her head off, and the head
Oh
says,
God!
"We're going to talk now,
He's like,
at that point, my foot just sort of slams down onto his chest, or I guess it would be his back since he's face first. You heard the lady.
whoa. He's like, dear God, what apparitions, what terrors has the night thrown at me?
Wow. Let's
No
see.
matter, I'm a soldier.
If you wish-
I'm a man of honor, a gentleman. You're gonna have to do. I mean, this is like it's manipulates someone, but it's like with fear.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and roll and manipulate someone.
Could I
Yeah,
roll to help out?
I think stomping on his foot gives the help out for sure. So yeah, go ahead. Let's have Levi roll for the plus cool first.
Yeah.
Ooh, 10 on the dice, so I think that's 11. Oh, no, 12.
Okay.
Oh, incredible! There's no advanced move for. Oh, there is an advanced move for.
There
help out,
is,
I don't
but
know if you have
I
it.
didn't take it, no.
Yeah, that's okay. So you get we get an extra +1 for Madame Demanche here.
Okay. Let's do it. Manipulate someone. All right. I've got 6 on the dice. I get to add 2. So that's 8, and 1 more only brings it to 9, unfortunately. But wait.
Still good.
Yeah. 9. So
Okay.
they'll do it, but only if I do something right now for them. If I'd ask too much, they'll tell me what it'll take for them to do it. I don't know. It's
Okay, so I think he's gonna be like,
yeah.
he'll answer your question, but like, he wants to be let go.
Right. I'll let you go. I just want to know where's the boat.
He's like, well, fair enough, but fiendish monsters such as you shall never stop bold knights. He gives you the location of the boat. It is the Chevalier lying on the docks of this fog-shrouded city. I mean, you should say, hey, you got to let me go first, and then I'll tell you where the boat is. Because how do I know you won't just kill me afterwards?
How do I know that you won't just run off if I let you go?
I'm a gentleman of honor. I give you my word.
All right, son. She'll let him go.
Okay, he tells her. Then he's like, all right, there. My gentlemanly duty is done. Now, may I leave?
She puts her head back on. Well, I gave you my word as well, did I not? You can go.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that if we are to be foes, we are at least honorable foes, farewell. He starts walking down the street. He like turns the first turn, and then he's like, wait a minute, what are you? And then he is immediately shot in the head and killed by the hound.
Ooh.
Whoa.
The hound was just like on the other side of the street, just like swings his, puts his Colt Navy back in his belt. And then looks over at like you. I mean, I think well, you guys are further back in the alley, so you have the choice. Do you want to approach the hound or wait for him to kind of move off? Because he hasn't seen you.
I'll approach him.
Okay,
Unless
Casper, you going
Levi
with her?
stops her.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, I don't think he will. But obviously he'll get the rope out around him and sort of, he'll sort of wrap it up and sort of like just have it at the ready.
Nice. Okay. So, Madame Demonche, you walk out, you see the hound is like kind of like looking low. He's like a were-dog. Part man, part dog. Kind of similar to that great character from Spaceballs.
So it's a mom. He's
but
his
like-
own best friend.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like he's digging through this guy's like clothing, looking for like any documents or weapons or trophies or whatever. So then he like looks up and kind of sniffs the air as you approach, and he's like, "Ugh, what are you doing here?"
Well, a moment ago I was being accosted by this gentleman that you just shot.
Yeah, he ain't no gentleman anymore. He's dead.
True. I'd imagine you have a reason that you did that. Huh? They seem to be monster
I do.
hunters, so. No? Am I wrong?
He's like, "Yeah, I got a reason. I'm not sure I want to share it with you, though."
No? I think that we might be in the
No,
same
see,
boat.
I work for. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think we might be in the same boat as regards these people. But continue.
He's like, "Well, you might be right about that, but I work for Mr. Samuel Brannon.
Hmm.
The way I recall it, you and him had sort of a fraught history."
It's true. Is he here now?
He's in town.
Well, I was not particularly expecting to fight against him this time. If he stays out of my business, I will stay out of his. Unless his business is bringing creatures from the past into the present, in which case then we'll have an issue.
He's like, "Well, look, I'm a simple man. Mr. Brandon tells me to do things and I do them. But maybe he would want to talk to you. He's staying over at the Mermaid Inn. It's a little dockside establishment. They never shake out the spittoon, so it's got a nice aroma to it. And this is like, you don't really do manipulate someone because he already has the deal ready for you. He's like, you can go see him, but you got to leave all your weapons outside. I think he would insist upon that.
Seems fair.
And he has information about this person that you just shot.
He gives the corpse like a little kick. He's like, "Yeah, we know who they are. Him and his whole damn gang of bastards."
You do seem rather unpleasant.
Well, and he gives like a weird, like, smile. "No one's ever accused me of being overly pleasant."
Fair. By the way, does she see the spirit of this guy who just died?
Oh, good question. Why don't you give me a quick, like, what's the one? The cool. Act under pressure.
Okay.
Kind of like my all-purpose one.
Yeah, okay, so I get to mark experience, so that's fun. I also get a level up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because that was
All right.
decidedly a failure.
Okay, I will say you do
I
not see
failed
this guy's
as
ghost.
I failed as I always do when I try to make a cool roll because that is not her thing. It's like if she tried to protect someone, it would go real bad too. She just never tries to protect anybody.
Well, nice. All right, so you got kind of two options. The Hound will take you to the Mermaid Inn to meet with Brannon, or you could try and like track these mysterious Southerners through the mist. Or you actually know where they're staying. You know they're at this boat called the Chevalier. Excuse me, the Chevalier at the docks.
Maybe we can get more out of Brandon with a little bit less conflict than the Chevalier at the moment.
And we'll talk to him. By the way, I'm using an advanced improvement. I'm adding a +1 to something to raise it to a +3. Her charm's going up to a +3.
Oh, nice. That charm's coming into play a lot, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you follow the Hound. He leads you through the city. It's getting, kind of more late now. This is like getting the middle of the night sort of time, but the city's still a thriving, exciting place. Staying in the Barbary Coast, you guys arrive at the Mermaid, a extremely rundown, like shitty kind of tavern. It smells so bad. The spittoons looks like have never been empty. There is just tobacco spit and spit like spilling out of these things, forming like puddles all over the floor. It is disgusting. The Hound kind of waits for you outside the doors, and he's like, all right, if you got any weapons, I'll be taking them.
She hands him a knife. It's big.
Big knife. And he looks over at you, Kesper, and he's like, how about you, Levi? What you got on you?
As he pulls out the revolver and the cane, he'll be like, best be getting these back.
He's like, oh, don't you worry. I'm going to take real good care of them.
To be honest with you, I don't care at all about that knife. Use it to cut steak for all I care. I would like to have it back for sentimental value, but also fuck it.
Oh, well, that's my general attitude about everything, so I appreciate the sentiment. All right, shall we?
Yep.
Okay.
As we go in, I would like to use my unquenchable vitality to try and heal.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, yeah. 10 on the dice, so that's I heal 2 harm, which puts me back.
All right, very cool. So you head inside. I mean, it's a pretty ramshackle place. There's just like one bar, and those overflowing spittoons, like I mentioned. You do see it's pretty like empty. It looks like pretty much anybody with any money would go anywhere else. So you only really see Brannon at the end of the table, and he looks awful. Like his big fancy suit is just covered in stains. There is a hole in his shoe that his toes poking through. I mean, you guys saw this guy at the height of his power when he's like the richest man in California. Now he looks like the poorest man in California, or maybe not that, but he looks really bad. You guys come in, he like kind of spins around, looks at you, and he's like, "Ugh, what is this? Some faces from my past. I remember you saving me from that boat on the river and the problems at Sutter's Fort. Ugh, you guys, you're an ill omen. Well, come on in then, take a seat. Gather round, ye buzzards, gather round to feast on the carcasses of Sam Brannon."
I cannot say have been called a carrion bird very often.
Well, I'm happy to call you that. I'll call you whatever you want. Anyway, sit down.
She says.
Yeah. Seems the hound is a very loyal dog. Since
Oh yeah. Well, I still have enough to pay him, but between you and me, he's working on credit right now. And when he finds out, it'll be another problem for Mr. Brandon to deal with. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
fair enough.
He might be frozen again.
Hmm.
He's definitely frozen again.
Yeah, I think his video feed cut out before the audio.
The video feed definitely cut out before the audio. I was kind of hoping he would get to keep the audio going and it would just be a frozen picture of his face, but no.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
The other one went out too. Oop. You're muted. Okay, there
Oh
you
my
go.
God, it cut out. I'm so sorry. Hopefully this will be the last time, which I know I said before, but and I cut out right as I was doing some really good Sam Brandon acting too. Like that,
Yeah.
that my Brandon line is now lost forever. I don't know. I'm gonna try and do another take. You know?
Your audio went through, but your visual cut
Oh,
out first.
good. I'm glad my audio was saved. So the world can hear him talking about how, yeah, he's got the hound like working on credit, but like
Mhm.
he's like totally. You realize he is like totally broke.
I'm guessing the hound isn't currently in the room.
Yeah, the hound's kind of like standing guard outside.
Wish you luck with that.
Yeah, but between you and me, hound's not the brightest or the sharpest knife in the drawer, let's say. But then again, I'm the one who's the real chump. Old California has sucked me dry. But you just wait. I pull this off. I get back in good with the Arcadian Club. I'll be back on top again.
What are you trying to pull off? Perhaps we can make amends for the past and help you out.
Ooh, okay. He is so yeah, he's like, I mean, he does respect you for saving him. Just looking something up real quick.
Hmm.
Okay, I got it. But still, I mean, you guys did have some kind of contentious relationship, so I think he was going to require manipulate someone.
Sure, let's do it. All right, well, that +3 is paying off already. I got a 4 and a 3 on the dice, so 7, and then I get to add 3, so that's 10.
Hey.
Nice.
Yes,
Okay.
Instant gratification.
He leans a little closer to you, and he's like, Arcadian Club has got a change in leadership. Old Brandon's out, and that bastard, that shit-eating railroad fucker, Leland Stanford, is now in. Him and his big four. He like kind of makes a gross face. All 4 of them can suck me off. God, I hate them. They threw me out. They said, Sam, you ain't got it no more. It's time for new blood in the Arcadian Club. Well, all 4 of them can get fucked 4 times. I'm going to figure out these strange portals that are going on. And then who needs some rinky-dinky railroad? You could just portal your way wherever you want. So,
Indeed. You're not the one causing these portals, though, are you?
no. Do you know who is? Because when I find out, oh, you better believe Brandon's going to be back on top. I've got some ideas, but I really don't know who's causing them.
Believe they call themselves knights.
Oh, the Knights. Yeah, they're sort of my rivals in this enterprise. He's kind of going off of that good roll, so he'll tell you more. He's like, yeah, they're a bunch of scumbags, too. Southern scumbags. They call themselves the Knights of the Golden Circle. Pretentious lot of Southern fried assholes.
Want to be
This bunch.
Arthurians.
Yes. Well, they like to, you know how those Southerners are. They're always like, we are the last flower of chivalry, and they like shooting each other in duels and that kind of stuff. You want to know what a real duel is? Running a vigilante army that ruled this city and hung a bunch of fucking Australians. That's what real chivalry is. And I did it. Me, Brannon did it. Those Southern assholes didn't do a damn thing except for grow cotton, which they didn't even do themselves. Fuck them too. Anyway, they're being led by a true asshole, this guy named William Walker. Supposedly he died down in Nicaragua, where he declared himself emperor. He's a damn filibuster. But apparently he survived, and he's here. And he's trying to use the portals for himself, for his Knights of the Golden Circle and the wacky Southern Empire they plan on building.
And yet they're not the creators of the portal either, by the sounds of it.
I think not. They're looking for the creator too, trying to use it just like I am. But I use it for good. They're going to use it for evil. But you two, I feel like I can trust you. I know we've had our differences, but you guys seem to be like friends of Brannon. Can we do that? Can we work together? An alliance. We could?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could. It'll be so great. I'll get the Hound in here. We can all like hug. Would you guys like that? Or shake on it at least, like gentlemen and ladies.
Well, I always do like seeing the Hound be put on his leash, so I can agree to it.
Ooh, excellent. An alliance. And soon I'll be back on top.
There you go.
All right. He brings the Hound in. He's like, Hound, meet our new best friends. Mr. Kessberg, Madame Demanche. Handshakes all around. I demand it. And everybody, the Hound's like, well, all right, boss, you say so. And everybody like shakes hands. Brandon's like, let's drink to it, bartender, your finest. And then he like pours some drinks. He like drinks a bunch. He's like getting more and more drunk as it's going on too. He's like, all right, so now that we've created this covenant between us, we're like the four musketeers. Or three musketeers. There's four of them, right? The musketeers.
The book's The Three Musketeers, but yes, there is a fourth person that's very important, D'Artagnan.
Good. Right. I never actually just didn't have time. Anyway, we're the four musketeers. So, my fellow musketeers, what do you think we should do?
Well, I was planning on investigating the Golden Circle out on their boat, the Chevalier. It was the Chevalier, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, ooh, that could be a good idea. They might know more. I do think, the Arcadian Club, our headquarters, and I do say "our" because I'm still a member, god damn it, is in this city. So they might know some things as well. And if I get a chance to get even with Leland Stanford, I'll take it. But getting into one of their soirees is a tricky thing. I think visiting. Oh, what's that?
I was under the impression impossible for me, no?
Oh, it's male only? Yes, but there's ways we could sneak you in.
Sure. I could show up wearing a mask and nothing else. I'm sure they'd like that.
Oh man, they would love. It's like they would love that. We do all kinds of that kind of stuff. It's so great. We should. Yes, I've been invited to a meeting in so long. The Arcadian Club, so wonderful. We go into the woods sometimes. We like dance around a bonfire. So it's amazing. There's a big clubhouse as well. We have like dinners and we talk about important things. So I can perhaps, it's possible, but it's tricky to get outsiders in there, but it could be done. But if you think the Chevalier is the place to start, we should go there. Might be a little easier.
It might not hurt, and with the Hound on our side to boot, it would be nice to have the extra firepower.
Oh, very good. Hound, return their weapons. We're all together now. And the Hound's like, boss, again, if you say so. And he gives the weapons back. All right. Shall we? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mandamash?
At this point in time, my manservant is actually guarding my carriage, so extra good reason to have somebody else. Not that Minui is not quite capable, she says as she points at the cat that's been on her shoulder this whole time.
Minui is like, oh, you just let me at him. Any outlaws come, I'll kill them. I'll claw their eyes out.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. So with that, you guys head over to the docks. It's like real late at night right now. So a lot of like nighttime fog, stars very distant. You head kind of off the Barbary coast to where all the ships are. You're sort of walking along this like foggy pier. You see the the skeletons, all these like this forest of masts all around you. Pretty soon you near the Chevalier. It's like looks sort of like a warship, good like kind of it's not like super huge, like we're not talking like man of war, ship of the line kind of thing, but it is armed, like it's got cannons and so on, and it looks like there's like guards walking around. So like it's guarded for sure. You got like guys, again, these kind of gray, they're like civilian clothes, but they make the gray into kind of a uniform. And they have like rifles, and they're walking around standing guard. You don't see William Walker, the guy with the sword, but you imagine that he's like inside the vessel somewhere. So it's got some sentries. What are you guys doing?
This might be an attempt of a stealth mission.
Perhaps we can try to sneak. I'm not necessarily particularly good at that based upon the number of adverbs that I just wheeled out, but I can certainly try.
All right.
Gotta imagine stealth is act under pressure.
I think so. So that might be bad for some, but you're welcome to try.
Let's go for it. I guess we're both rolling, right?
Yeah.
All right, you're both sneaking on.
I got a 7.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty great for her.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've succeeded on an act under pressure this whole game.
It's going to be a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So let's see how Kesper does, and I'll kind of decide that.
I got a 9.
You get the same, or a 9. Oh, so you're both in that boat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think here's the hard choice. You will get an important clue about like kind of a source of these of the phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll learn an important clue, but the bad news is you will be found out. Like after you know the clue, you'll be discovered.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So Levi Mabdemonch, you sneak over, you like avoid the sentries. You like, with cat-like tread, head onto the deck. The Hound is not going with it. He's like standing back a bit. And Brandon is like at the entrance to the docks. He's also not going on this mission at all. But the Hound is kind of like hanging back to cover you. You slip past the sentries. You like slip down to, you kind of like look down through one of the hatches. And you see like down in the big hold, or I think you go down one of the hatches and you're in like the hall, sort of outside this like big stateroom that's become like a meeting room for the Knights of the Golden Circle. They've got like a bunch of like fancy busts, some like portraits of some pro slavery Southern presidents. You're like your Buchanans, your Polks that are all over on the wall. And like big maps, and you see like a map of like it looks like it shows like the American South, and then that like kind of the red of that is like extended south to include like Cuba and Mexico and a bunch of other areas. So you get the idea that these guys, like their idea is to like expand the South into like Latin America and the Caribbean, and including Nicaragua, which William Walker was trying to do there. And William Walker, he's like kind of sort of giving a speech / having a meeting with his underlings there, and he's like, "Soon, gentlemen, the power to be wherever we desire shall be ours. And through these strange portals, once we master them, along with the technology that we have acquired, shall we say, this vast southern empire shall be within our reach. The abolitionist fools can do what they will. No matter what happens, we will find our victory."
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, he froze up.
Yep. Once again, the audio like delayed.
Oh no!
Oh, you froze
I
up.
froze
for a
up. This I was
second.
giving the important stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
The audio cut out at about victory, I think. So.
All right, exactly. We shall have our victory. So, through some of the other devices that we've purloined, we discovered one of the sources of this strange energy. It's coming from the Farallon Islands, a desolate stretch of rocks that's home to a bird called the common murre. From this source, San Francisco has gotten many eggs in the past. There appears to be some kind of structure there, perhaps established by our old friend, the professor, which we may have to visit again to get some more truth out of him. A lamentable task, but it's a fair price to pay for our Southern Empire. Anyway, we'll go to the Farallons and find the truth of this. And at this moment, from where you guys are, behind you on the deck, you hear an electrical crackling. You look back and you see a glowing sort of circle of this like crackling energy, this like staticky, like sort of ball lightning almost, with like sparks radiating off and falling onto the deck and hissing. It is another portal, and outside of it, which pops out and the portal closes behind it, is a humongous cat. It looks kind of like a mountain lion, but a bit bigger, a bit shaggier, a lot beefier and more muscular. And it has two large fangs, two saber teeth coming down from the mouth of this tiger. And with the saber-tooth tiger appearing and the noise and the cat, all the Knights of the Golden Circle turn over, look at the saber-tooth tiger, look right at you, and on this cliffhanger is where we're going to end the episode.
All right.
Makes sense.
I think that is a good, exciting spot to close it as we do our final moves there.
Sure. Alrighty.
Not gonna lie, I already have a plan about the saber-toothed tiger.
Woo!
I'm very excited to hear it. And we know that there's something going on the Farallon Islands that's like related to this phenomenon. Also, the Knights are getting their technology from something. Or someone who they're like, but like by force they're getting it. All right, so a lot of cool new info, cliffhanger ending. Let's get the closing moves done here. Okay. So I'll ask them, get some more experience. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Nope.
No. Did we save someone from a certain death?
Probably.
The audience.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would say you can mark that one. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah. Rather a lot.
Ooh, okay. And then did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Not particularly.
Yeah, maybe not in this episode. So 1 to 2 yes answers mark 1 experience.
Okay.
All right. So characters. I know Madame Dimanche, like what? And then yeah, you guys are getting like pretty powerful monster hunters at this point.
I'm just saying my plan for the saber-toothed tiger involves her two things that she's good at: use magic and charm.
Oh, very cool. All right. Well, looking forward to seeing you guys next time. I will be off next week as I will be in the foggy land of Marin, but we'll be back a week after that with the second episode in this arc called "Of Eggs and Emperors," with all kinds of wacky shenanigans to come.
Time travel, mountain men. How dare you, though? Like, how dare you, Michael, ruin my childhood dream? Grizzly Adams was real. He was real to me, man. As a child, he was real
Adams
to me.
was real. Like, no, he was like, well, he was both. He was this dude. Like, I read about him, when I was doing research for my job, and like, this guy played Pokemon in real life. Like, this was crazy. This guy was crazy. So
Yes. I just remember growing up watching that show with my dad, and I was just like,
oh yeah, I've never. I think I'm a little too young for it, but I know there was like a big TV show about him and his
Life
animal
and
friends.
Times or something of Grizzly Adams, and his best friend was a bear. So I was a kid going, "This is so wild." But yeah,
Well,
he
there's
ranked up
definitely
there with like
reality in that.
Magnum PI with me, so they're both over exaggerated. So when you mentioned it, I was like, "Oh, I tuned in." Yeah, you have my childhood.
Yeah, I
watching
love
TV with my
Grizzly
dad.
Adams.
Yeah.
As a little bit before my time too.
Well, I was young. I was sneaking
Like you
in.
were like young.
I was sneaking in. I wasn't supposed to be watching these shows, but I was. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for using the system. Yeah, this is a really fun system. I think this is the first time we've really delved into it on the series, though. Monster of the Week. So that's really, really nice. Check out Monster of the Week, everybody. It's really a good catch-all type of. It's not just always about monsters. You don't have to, but the concept is there. Yeah. So it's really, really fun. Thanks for playing. We will see you in 2 weeks. We got some things to take care of, field trips and exploring the outside realms of California type thing in real life. So, but until then, make sure to pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
To tabletop.
We will see you all in 2 weeks. Chuck Woolery says back 2 and 2. All right. See ya.